That's how it's supposed to work. If I had to guess as to how things could play out, if Trump does just come out with an executive action on student loans, I could see it being titled something like the Payback Your Student Loans Order, right? Or Payback Your Own College, right? Something like that that's like intended to be provocative, right? And then the order might say something like, this is the date that we're going to start recertifying incomes, and you have to recertify, no later than this date. And then whenever they give people notice, they give the sort of the notice up to 90 days before is kind of how they typically do it. And then they do like a 35 days before telling you, hey, it's due. And then they tell people 10 days before that you're now past due. If you file it now, you're not going to get it in time, and so then we'll switch over to standard plan if we can't get it done in time. So I think for most people, you could sort of plan on having at least a month's heads up if you have an IDR recertification that happens, which means that some people might want to file an extension to be able to figure out if they need to file separately, because that sometimes comes with higher costs, right? And it could also mean that you file the extension because you just want more time to decide in general. You might just you remember an extension means that you still have to pay all your taxes due by April 15th for the prior year, but that you get until October 15th to actually, finalize your return. And that could really be quite helpful for folks, especially folks that are asked to recertify, early. I think that this is a year where I'd be real careful with how I file up my taxes and when. Remember that an extension, generally speaking, is never going to hurt you badly, because if you do an extension and you're asked to recertify your income and your income shows a higher number than you would get if you actually file your returns, well, you can just go finish up that extension, file it, and then use that new lower taxable income to get a lower payment.